Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic, and today we're going to be talking about what I carry in my 20-pound pack. Yep, 20 pounds is what it is, and a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh my god, you carry 20 pounds in the woods, but you probably are carrying the same amount and just don't even know it, or similar to it if you're filming and things like that, even without the film gear. But keep in mind, I walk in the way I am. Okay, my harness is in here, my outer layers are in here, my binoculars are in here, my lineman belt is in here, everything like that is inside of here. I don't carry that stuff on my body and wear all this other crap in it and say, oh look, my pack only weighs 3 pounds, because I'm wearing 15 pounds of the crap that's in the pack. So for me, all my stuff stays in it. So the KUIU Venture 2300 bag, this is not my new one. A lot of you guys know I bought another one. This is actually my original old one, and I would not wear this belt hunting. This leather belt, I don't wear leather belt hunting. This one's too stiff, but you can see that, like I said, this pack, even when I have my stands and my sticks on the back of this, which I would hang on there, you're only talking about 35 pounds total weight, but my sticks and my stands on there too, so it's not real bad. This is next to nothing, this 20 pounds, but why do I carry? First of all, I don't want to wear a harness in. Okay, my safety harness and my lineman belt, I don't want to wear that into the woods for two reasons. One, I don't want to get it covered up in burrs. A lot of the places we hunt in the Midwest, loaded with burrs. Now, they don't stick real good to my cotton stuff like this, but they will stick to the straps on your harnesses and things like that, and I don't want to mess with it, and I don't like feeling that stuff on my legs and tightening around my legs. I want freedom when I'm going in. So my harness, it stays in the pack till I get to the tree and get ready to put it on. Same with my lineman belt. Same with my binoculars. I don't want to climb with binoculars because my binoculars are 23 years old. They don't make them anymore, and they're my coveted Swarovski 7x30s that are, again, no longer made. Best binocular ever invented, in my opinion, and I love them, and I don't want anything to happen to them. They're a perfect combination of lightweight, amazing quality, and they're fantastic. So I don't climb with them, and I don't wear them in. So I'm going in like this. My whole world is in the pack. When I get to the stand, then I can go ahead and set up. Along the way, if something comes up I need to film it, I use my cell phone. My phone's always right there in my pocket. I'll grab it, shoot it, film it, whatever I need to with my cell phone. Otherwise, all my camera gear, which you will see is in here. Now, I am recording this on my Sony ZV-1, which will be in here, but I have the bag and everything to show you. And I weighed this pack with all of my stuff in there and a bottle of water that come in at 19.7 pounds. Okay, that's including the weight of the bag, which is a 4.5 pound bag, I think, 3.5 pound bag, whatever it is. So when you put all that together, you end up with, you know, in this kind of weight frame sort of thing, everything in there. But for me, much more comfortable to carry it in than to wear it in, especially being down in Georgia and even the places I hunted in Missouri and Kansas. You got, even in November, you got a lot of days that were 78, 80 degrees, and I don't want to wear all that clothing in. I would rather go in just like this. And if you watch my Missouri vlog, almost identical, but it was a blue t-shirt, but I was wearing the same outfit with a blue t-shirt, this pack on, and my stand and sticks on the back of that, and I actually stalked that spike for, what, an hour and a half, and ended up sneaking up on him and cornflake leaves and shooting him and killing him with all this stuff on. So for me, this is how I kind of roll. This is the setup. Now, as far as what's in the pack, let's take a look at it. We'll break it down for you, okay? Now, with filming and running this stuff for the Patreon channel like I'm doing, all my hunts are now are going to be on the Patreon channel. So I kind of upped my game a little bit on the filming stuff. So what I have here is I have my DIY Sportsman's camera arm, or DIY bow hunter camera arm on here with a small rig head. I'll show you, but how I mounted it on here, because I want access to this where it's out of the way when I'm pulling all my stuff up. So what I did here, I'll bring it around and show you. I just used some paracord, which you can see there. Right here, I got green paracord, and I have it lashed between these 2 points on here, and I just have this sitting on the top here. I got this hard insert right here, so it makes it kind of perfect. It just rests there, and it's tied in. Okay, I got it tied with like you tie a shoe. See right here like this. 2 pieces here. I'll actually pop this off because we're going to show it. And then I can pull that camera arm right out of there. And you can see it just kind of nestles there, tied in with these pieces of paracord. Boom, right there. And then just like tying your shoe real quick, I just lash these right there, and it sits there. So that's kind of how that camera arm goes. Now the camera arm itself is the one from, like I said, from from DIY Bow Hunter, and I have a small rig arm on this. I have a video on this whole thing. Yes, I have it set up upside down on purpose. The way I am left-handed, so I have to work the camera from this side, and the screen is over here, so I can't grab any side of that camera. So for me, this actually works really good. And holding on to this, okay, when I have this and it's loose and I'm removing this, I can hold this. My hand is hidden behind the actual camera. I can just reach my finger up and hit the zoom on there. So for me, I like this position. I cut it off. Like I said, I've done some testing. So I have this the way I want it to be. And I also replaced the bracket on the back with a old Beast tree stand gear standoff bracket rather than the plastic one that was on there. Just again, personal preference. But that's that camera arm that I'm going to be running this year. So we have that camera arm. We set that off to the side. As we go through the outside of this pack on here, we got a couple things in side pockets. This is the one where my water bottle goes, right here. I will put a full 32-ounce water bottle or something like that, or 1 liter water bottle in here. This side, we just got 4 bow hooks. Screw in standard bow hooks like I always use. And what I did on here is I put these wire caps over my screws. Okay, that way it doesn't poke any holes in my bag, nothing. They just go right on, they hold, they don't come off, and they keep my bag protected. There are 4 of them in this pocket right here. It's the only thing that sits in that side pocket. That way they're quick and easy and I don't forget about them. Now, we have 2 pockets on this one on the hip side. Okay, this one has my GPS, my Garmin 64 GPS. Okay, always goes with me. Use it a lot. I love it. Stays right here in this pocket where it's real easy to get to. Sweet, simple, and easy. This side, over here, we have my haul line. Why? Because it's quick and easy to get to. Now, I make my own. I do not like paracord. This is actually, I'm trying this year, and I'm pretty impressed with it, but this is 750 paracord. Much thicker than normal paracord. You can see the size of that, so real easy to pull things up with. And I do have on the inside here a carabiner. You can see right there on one end, so I can connect that right to my, my belt loop. On this end, you'll notice that there are 2 loops on here. Hang on, did we not put the second one in on this yet, or did we? Hold on, let me check, because I just made this the other day, measured it, made it. I did not, so we're going to put it in right now. So here is the loop end of that carabiner, okay, right there, that connects to me. Now down here we have a loop that's going to go over my bowstring, or over my bow tip right here. But now, about yay far up, right here on this part right here, we are going to put another loop in here. Doesn't matter how you do it, if it's just an overhand knot or whatever, but we are going to put a loop right here, just like this. Okay, and we got it in there and it's set. I'm just doing an overhand because I don't care. This is a haul line for the thing. But so now we have this loop in here about, you know, 15 inches or so from where that bow loop is. This will connect my pack. We'll hook on this. This carabiner that's on here will now hook on this. And when I go up the tree, make sure now I got a lever to tighten that. There we go. But this will go up the tree with me, and my bow hangs right against the pack. I take them both up on one string at one time. The bow is leaning against there and out of the way and not getting any damage or anything to it. So that is my functional take everything up in one shot loop setup. So then when I'm done with it, like I said, you're getting kind of a little bonus on here, but we're just going to take this and I just wrap it right around my hand. I know people figure 8 stuff and do all that kind of things, and more power to them, whatever works for you. Me, I just roll this stuff. Never had a problem with it. Get it to about there, put 4 or 5, 6 wraps on it, and just fold it right into itself and tuck it in. And I get it to tangle like once every 2 years. It's never been a problem. I'm using 22 feet of line is what we got. That stays right here in this front pocket, in that pouch, right there like that. Now, in the pocket here, the top pocket, the main one right here, this quick access one, I have a bag of all of my camera stuff. I will show you some of this kind of through here, but this is a combination of all of my batteries for my Sony ZV-1, all the batteries for my DJI Osmo Action Cam, a full 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack, ultra lightweight. That's that Nightcore one I did the review on. And the wires, that's why I have rubber bands on them, so I can connect the wires to them. But that way I can have this set up, and I also have, so for my camera, for my Sony ZV-1, when I'm in the stand, I can connect this right onto the side of my rig on here, and then I can put this right on here like this, and I can use this battery pack to actually run this camera for a very long time. So that's what that's in there for, and I got all my extra batteries, wire connections, all the stuff I need camera-wise with me out there in the field is right here in this Ziploc bag. It is not very lightweight. It is a big portion. The camera gear is a very big portion of this weight of this pack, but I have to have that. Since I have to have it, it rides right here in the top of my pack. So when this is on my tree stand, this is hanging from my tree stand right next to me, kind of like right here, all of that stuff is right here, easy for me to get to. Milkweed wind detector, never go anywhere without it. It's got my milkweed in there. My Ace Beam, this is that H30 headlamp. I am so excited to use this, and I can't wait. Lighter, spare battery for CR123, only because I carry a CR123 flashlight in my pocket everywhere I go, every single day, every time. So it's nice to have one spare battery for that. And I keep it in the top so that if I were to burn this battery out for some reason quickly, I have the one in my flashlight here that I could also grab another battery if I needed to be able to get it into my pack. So it stays right there, real easy all the time. These are my little zip ties. These are important to me. These are my little cut pieces of zip tie, and I don't know, this is an old razor blade container, but you can see I have just pieces of zip tie in here. I stick these into my bow shelf, or my bow grip, which is rubber on there. I stick those right in my longbow grip, and they hold my arrow from falling off. I've done videos and talked about that many times in some of my tips, but that is what those are, and they just ride right in here as well too. And then we have in this back pocket right here, we have our tags for hunting, and I have the Ace Beam, the E70 flashlight as well too. This thing screams. As a matter of fact, it's funny, if I put a piece of paper on here, it'll actually smoke and almost burn through it. This thing is crazy. Nice lockout though, but a wicked light. This thing is just insane. I mean, what this does is just crazy. But they both run on, this and that headlight run on the the 21700 battery. So you can see the size of that battery. I've done reviews on these. Okay, look at the difference. This battery is not very heavy though. It's impressive how much power that is and how light it is. But that is why I run these two lights. They are incredible lights. So I have this flashlight and this headlamp both running on the same, yet also they can actually charge any of my phones or my cameras or anything as well too. So nice features. So I have both of those lights. That's basically what I carry in my instant access top pouch pocket right here that I always got to get into. That's what goes in there. So we put that stuff back into here because I have this all set up. It's ready for hunting. So we are basically set and ready. So we're going to throw this stuff back into this. Where it goes, always make sure your lights are locked out. Always give the tail cap or the battery cap a quarter twist so that it locks out so they do not come on automatically. I know I did that on my flashlight, but we are going to recheck that real fast. Yep, see, nothing happens. Nothing can come on. Okay, because I got that twisted. I turn that back on, we have light. Okay, see right there, so whatever we want to do, but we turn that half touch, nothing happens. Okay, so put that back in there. Okay, and we put these, always carry lighters. 1 is none, 2 is 1, 3 is good. Have many lighters everywhere you go, always have lighters. We got that going back in there that way, and then we put the camera gear back in here as well too. That is that instant access top pocket where I need to get to that stuff on a regular basis and right away. So, now we got one more main outside pocket on here. Hey, how are you? And this one, which is also where my stands go on the front of this, when we look at this, again, because I'm filming, I have my saw. This is that ARS GL18, best saw I've ever used. I've done reviews on this thing for years. This is still the original blade on that thing, and it straight up screams. I will never buy another saw as long as this one is made. There's no doubt about it. Incredibly light, amazing locking mechanism. Again, I did reviews on this a long time ago. This is that GL18, okay, right here, so you can see it. It's like 40 bucks or whatever it is where you can find it. I think you can still get them on Amazon. Japanese blade. This thing screams. It is the best saw ever. And like I said, it weighs next to nothing. It's very light. Cannot say enough good things about that saw. Now, while we're in here, we also have a tripod. right here too. This is the Obiden or whatever it is. This is a 1 pound tripod. This thing is amazing, and I carry an extra phone thing in case I want to put a phone gripper on the end of the ball head or my camera, but I can pop this right out and screw it right on, and then I can use it for my phone as well too. But I love this tripod. Again, I've talked about this in some of my other videos on there too. This one was in the you know, the tripods and light stands and ground hunting kind of stuff. But love this little bitty tripod. It's going with me everywhere. Weighs 1 pound, so that's a very nice feature. I also have my hat. I do not ever hunt without a beanie style hat. Plain and simple. Kick the back up like this, and this is it. I have good cover, and I get protection from the rain hitting my eye. I've always hunted in these beanie style hats. These here are extension straps. These are actually rock climbing slings. Okay, I carry 4 of them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one. And what these are extension. These are 12-inch straps, and these allow me to actually take these and connect them by feeding them right like this. So if I take this and say this is the strap of my tree stand, a loop on my tree stand strap, I can put this through here and then run it right over itself like this, and now I can hook that on my Versa button, and I've gave myself a 12-inch extension, so I can use that to extend my tree stand straps or my climbing stick straps, and I can double them up if I need to. These are rated for 23 kilonewtons, but it lets me be able to get around those bigger diameter trees without having any issues. Just lock them together like that, fold them up, they just sit right inside of here. We also have, that's it in that one. So that one is basically just holding these, and it holds this, and it's also the one I put my snacks in. So if I'm bringing like, you know, granola bars and that kind of stuff out here, they all kind of go right in this one, so they're easy to access and get to. So put the hat back in there, set that. I want to check those lightings on there because it is getting evening time, and we are still running solid. Okay, now we get into the main part of the pack. So we check this out here. We're going to hit this. We're going to open the pack up, come right around, and let's see what we got inside of here. So what I personally like to do, first of all, we'll get into the main compartment here, camera stuff, okay? In here is where I fit my Sony ZV-1, the Rode mic, and I also have my DJI Osmo Action Cam is right in here. This is kind of my camera setup right there. This bag just keeps all that stuff neat and out of the way. And keeps it a little bit padded. So that's what that is, and that camera that's up there will go into this too. We have my binos, my beloved, coveted Swarovski, just amazing binoculars. Well, a little tip for you guys, in case you guys have that issue, but sometimes when binoculars on certain types of fleeces and materials, they will squeak a little bit when they rub against you. I put stealth strips. Yep. Good old Uncle Lou's stealth strips right there from Stealth Outdoors, right on the corners. Those don't make a sound. They keep that rubber from squeaking, which is not very loud, but you can hear it yourself, and it's just kind of annoying. When you turn on a dead quiet night, you'll hear a little, you can hear that squeak a little bit. That solves that problem, and they work incredible. But my beloved Swarovski 7x30 SLCs. Again, they haven't made these for like 15 years, but they are incredible. I keep them in a hat, which I can also use as a hat if I need it. So we have a hat, and that's what I use as a binocular case, and I stick them right in there, roll it over itself, and flip it, and that is my binoculars that sit inside of here. We have my harness. This is the one that is made by Tactus Saddle that I'm using. I had the rings put on it. Remember, I've done videos on this. There it is, all set up, ready to go. This is the extra carabiner that is not going to stay on this. I'm just keeping it on there for now. But that is there. We have my lineman belt that my beloved Rope Man 1 lineman belt that just doesn't get any better than that. And at the bottom down here, I have my Kuiu vest, another thing that I just don't ever not have. This vest fits over everything. It's got a little warmth to you, keep you comfortable. Inside of it, I keep 2 pairs of gloves. I don't hunt with these. I don't shoot with these. These are big, fuzzy, redhead. Just, they're really big on me. They're just a fleece glove, but they're nice because I can put my hand in them and put them in my pocket. And when I pull, so if I'm sitting in there and I'm keeping my hands warm, when I have this zipped up, if I need to get my hand out, all I have to do is lean against this and pull, and my hand comes out of the whole set. So they're almost like pocket liners. They just stay in there all the time. Perfect, simple. They stay right in there and out of the way. But if I get chilly, I got a vest I got pockets and I got liners in my pockets for keep my hands warm. I do not wear gloves. I do not like hunting in gloves. I don't like gloves at all. So that's basically the whole inside area. So as you can see, we haven't even, you know, I mean, realistically, all of this stuff is things that people would wear in. Okay, this huge bulk is the stuff that people would actually wear in. And then they're like, well, my pack's lighter than yours, but they're wearing this. Okay, that stuff is all right here. In this section, we have 2 compartments here. I need another battery pack. Okay, again, I'm running a lot of cameras. I'm doing a lot of that kind of stuff. I got 3 cameras between my cell phone and that stuff, and I don't go out for an hour. I don't go out often and hunt for 2 hours. My average sit is 5 to 6 hours in the morning, another 4 or 5 in the evening. You know, I'm in stand a long time. 2 battery packs for me is very important to have. It just is what it is. I have my arm guard, which we would all have, okay? And I have one more 24-inch strap here, okay, aider strap, that I can use as a spare aider to get up. So if I run one of these on my bottom stick already as an aider, and it stays permanently on my bottom stick, but if I needed another one for my second stick, I got one right here that I could set up and use and have ready to run. You know, it's right there and easy to access out of my pack. So if I needed the extra height of another, you know, few feet out of an aider, I have one as a spare. And I can also use this if I needed to as an extra long extension on a stick or a stand. Doesn't take up much weight, not much of a problem. That's all I carry in this one pocket right here. They're just easy to get to. And they sit right in there like that. This pocket's got a ton of stuff. So first off, we have the very important toilet paper, okay? Don't ever not have toilet paper. Tracking purposes, Mother Nature calls. This bag is my spare parts bag, okay? This bag right here has 2 of those 21700 batteries, 2 AA batteries for my GPS, another lighter. This bag is a bowstring. I have a spare compass. I got a roll of duct tape in there. I have a spare tab, 1 more CR123 battery, and a little thing of super glue. Not much in there, and not too bad. Again, does add a little weight, but not too bad and well worth having. The super glue is my cut protector right there. It is my Band-Aids. I use super glue. Every time I get cut, I don't put Band-Aids on. They just come off. I can't deal with them. But every time I'm cut, super glue. So I keep that little tube of super glue in there as a Band-Aid and wound dressing. So that stays right in there. Also in here, we have basically my kill kit right here, which has got a Havalon blade. It's got a Havalon Prana, 3 blades, 2 sets of gloves, a couple of wet wipes, and 2 pillowcases in here as game bags that I can use. So that gives me that whole setup right there, and I believe that is almost it. What else do we got? We got one more thing here. Let me put this pocket back so it all stays in the order I want it in. And we got one more little section there, but let me stick this stuff in here. This goes in. Always, always keep your toilet paper close and handy. So for me, all I got to do is open a bag, and I know it's the second zipper down right there. Now in here, we have another hat, just in case, and the reason for that is sometimes when I don't pay attention and I get wet when I'm in the rain a lot, or I don't time it, if that hat gets wet and I'm cold, then I keep... All right, sorry about that. We actually had to just pull out that battery pack and stick it on there just because, again, we just killed that battery on there from making videos for the day. But anyway, as I was saying, let me zip that back up. So we're going to throw that back in there. But so the only other thing I have in here is in this pocket, I have another hat right here. Reason I carry a second hat is if I happen to get cold or get rained on or anything like that and my head gets cold and that one's soaked, it gives me a dry one to put on after that's over. It's a fail-safe security kind of factor. So that's in here, and then I carry a bunch of zip ties for putting the tags on deer and stuff like that. These are what I use. So just a simple, that basically kind of covers everything that I'm carrying and why that I have in this pack. Sweet, simple, efficient. Like I said, may seem like a lot of stuff, but understand I'm carrying a lot of gear. Now the other advantage to this too is, so now that we have this broke down, we would have this bag back in here. Like I said, I have that set up. But when I kill an animal on this, with this pack, when I hunt Midwestern states like, you know, Kansas and Missouri and that kind of stuff, when I'm doing that, I take my frame pack because those deer are huge. The bucks out there are huge, and you're carrying a lot of weight when you're carrying them out, and so you got a lot of mass and meat. You got a huge head with a lot of antlers, things of that nature, so the frame pack definitely comes in very handy. However, I prefer this lightweight KUIU pack over that frame pack for a lot of different reasons. So in Georgia, where I'm going to be at in Georgia, what I do is I will stick, so if I kill a deer, I'm going to bone that deer out. All I have to do is take this stuff right here. Now I can sling with that meat and throw it right over my shoulder on a small doe and carry that right out. I've done that already. That's why I use pillowcases, not game bags. I can literally put that meat in there, and that pillowcase has no stretch. So from a Georgia deer, you're going to get 25 or 30 pounds of meat kind of thing-ish out of there, and you can throw it right over your shoulder and carry that boned out meat in there. Not quartered, boned out, completely done meat on your back, 30, 35 pounds, whatever it is, not a big deal. If it's a bigger one, I can actually put my binoculars around my neck, take my harness and stuff and strap it on the outside between my stand and my platform, put my vest on there, but I then have my whole main compartment completely open that I can stick that whole bag of deer meat right inside of there, okay? Oh my God, you're gonna get blood and everything all over it. You know what, then use a garbage bag, which is what I will put in there. We have it on our list. Just cheap kitchen garbage bags like you normally have in the house kind of thing. Well, here we used a big garbage can. So I want to go buy a bag of just a $5 or 5-pack $1 bags of those cheap garbage liners. I'm going to have one so I can put that game bag right in there, put it right in my pack like this, and pack that up and have that meat right inside there. And like I said, this is the stuff that takes up the contents of my main bag. Very easy to wear this or connect it out here and not have it be an issue to give me all of that open space in there to put that animal in. So that's my pack, and that's a system. But as you see, there's really not much hunting, other than the camera gear and the stuff most people wear on. It's not like I'm carrying a ton. It adds up pretty quick. But that is my system as a guy who spends the whole early season and the late season doing basically every sit is a minimum of 4 to 5 hours unless I only got a quick little run. But when I'm planning a hunt, it's 4 to 5 hours on stand minimum. And then during the rut, basically from October 21st all the way through till December, every single hunt is unlimited all day. I don't come back out to the truck at all. I get out there an hour before dark, I start heading in, and I'm not back till an hour or two after dark. It's just all day kind of things. And in Georgia, where a lot of those places are where you could be 1.5 miles or 2 miles in from the truck, I want that high power light capability, so I'm willing to carry that little bit of extra weight over, carry that over a very small flashlight or a very small, like my Phoenix headlamp. This one a little bigger. A little bit more weight, not much, but then you add in a couple extra batteries. I am willing to carry that weight of battery and light capability because of the fact that if I'm out there and I'm that far in, it might be 3 hours by the time I find the animal. It could be 5 hours by the time I find it, get it boned out, get it in my pack, carry it, and then hike out 2 miles. I want good light sources. Like I said, that light capability is amazing. So, but that's basically the setup. That's what I'm carrying. I know there'll be a lot of comments on here going, oh, that's too much. You're carrying way too much. Say what you want, do what you want. I have no problem carrying this, and I sure do like having all of my bases covered. The last thing I want to do is be 1.5 miles in somewhere and getting ready to set up and not have something I need, or have something go wrong and I can't fix it, or have some, whatever the case is. I want it all there. And again, I'm one of those guys, I don't kill the deer and then get out and run 400 yards to my truck and go call my buddies to come help me. Right there, after I shoot that deer, I'm going to track that deer, find that deer, recover that deer, bone that deer out, put it in a sack, and I'm going to carry it out with me all in one shot with my stick stands and everything. So I need gear that's going to help me do that. So this is my setup. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.